Hey, how are you? You know how last time I came on, I was talking about my gigantic tea strainer that I bought and what in the world was I going to do with it? I have the part 2 of that, of maybe I need to pay more attention to what I'm buying because, yeah. This is why I carry a tape measure around with me just about everywhere, because when I don't, I end up buying stupid things that are still usable. They're still absolutely usable. Probably not usable in the way that I had hoped. So I like tea strainers and tea infusers because, you know, I like tea. I think we've kind of figured that out yet. This is a little teapot. It's just gotten washed because I wanted to do the video. But yes, it's little. It's basically a half a serving for me. It's made out of something called borosilicate. Borosilicate is kind of like glass, but kind of like plastic, but it's the heat-proof glass that you can put on a burner, or you can put it in the microwave, just not with this or with this. We don't put metal in the microwave, right? But this is probably one of the neatest tea strainers I've come across in a while. It's completely and totally metal. There is no mesh to this at all, where usually you're getting some kind of mesh with the tea strainers. So this guy just kind of fits in here. And then I figure since all hell's about to break loose next week, astrologically speaking, and I'm waiting to see if Leanne pops in here because she's, you know, our astrology person. But since all hell is about to break loose astrologically next week, I thought we would go with the Witch Please. This is a retrograde blend. It has all kinds of really good herbs in there. We've got lemongrass, which lemongrass is really high vibrational. It's one of those that helps give you these sunny vibrations. It helps ward off all just the fuckery that comes about. It also has meadowsweet in there, which of course, like it says its name, it brings in the sweetness. You've got the yarrow, which helps bring in the love, and which is also a big purifier and just like helping deal with all of just the stuff that comes through. There's slippery elm, which helps unblock that throat chakra. You've got hyssop, which in biblical times, hyssop is a bunch of different Bible verses. Bathe me in hyssop, O Lord, or hyssop, and I will be clean. So hyssop is a very good purifier, and I love hyssop. It also has an interesting flavor to it. It almost depends on the kind of hyssop you get. If you get like an anise hyssop, the anise hyssop is going to be very licoricey. Anything else is going to almost give you a little bit of a dill flavor, but not quite. And then spearmint, just to give it a little bit of a kick. And of course, I love spearmint. I can't do a whole lot of mint, though. I have a long story about why I don't do a whole lot of mint. But the base in here is called kukicha. Kukicha is a really interesting tea. It's one of the 2 teas that I know of that is kind of community teas or poor man's teas. What happens with kukicha is when you see the tea plants, when everyone has gone through and picked off all the leaves, all you have left is the sticks. The sticks are what they use to make this with. And by the time all the leaves and everything have been picked off and the sticks start to die back, what the kukicha is doing is the kukicha is still absorbing all of those minerals and all those things that are in the tea, but it doesn't have all the caffeine. So it's like decaf on steroids. So you're getting all of those health benefits. This has got just maybe if we're lucky, like 5 milligrams of caffeine in it. So you're getting just enough, but it's one of those that gives you that mental alertness. So you're not so much having to worry about that crash that you get. A lot of people get that midday crash when it comes to caffeine. So that's what I love about kukicha. Kukicha is one of those that you can keep going with it. And because it is sticks, it's a lot hardier than most of the teas that you would come in contact with. So because it is the sticks in there, you can brew this one at least 5 or 6 times and you're still not going to lose the flavor because you're dealing with the sticks. So I did get a little bit of hot water here. So we got our cute little itty bitty baby pot. Just going to show you how this thing works here. Oh. Like I said, it's about half a serving of tea for me. But let me get you seed down in this thing. Well, that didn't work out very well. I dropped you, sorry. Now I gotta untangle you. Now we're untangled. Okay, so let's flip this around if it'll let me so you can see inside the pot. Nice little condensation going in there. Got the little strainer. I could absolutely put a little bit more hot water in here, but I'm not gonna. We're just gonna let it go like that and just let it do its thing, right? Right? We can do that. We can do that. So it's kind of weird because one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this steep for a little bit, then I'm gonna pour it back into the cup. So it's like brewing the hot water to put in the, yeah. Even though this borosilicate pot is okay to put in the microwave without the metal thing, without the strainer, I still, look, I'm the same person that set microwaves on fire. I've done it a couple of times. I don't take any chances. It's just, we just don't. I just don't. I make watches go dead. I set microwaves on fire. I don't intend to do any of those things. It just kind of happens. So we don't take any chances with things. Yeah. I was cooking bacon once, and it was turkey bacon at that. And that's what set the microwave on fire. And that's why we had to get a new microwave. And it wasn't one of those cheap microwaves either. It's the one that goes above a stove. You know those aren't cheap. No, they're not. No, it's not. All right. Let's talk about the tea time and how long you're supposed to keep these things in here. So, don't you love the color of this water? It's almost ready. It's almost. There's a couple of different free apps you can get for iPhone or for Android. One of them that I like is Mighty Timer. And Mighty Timer has all the different kinds of teas that you could possibly dream up. And it breaks them into an herbal tea, which honestly, this would kind of be considered an herbal, but I would go for more of the green. I would honestly put a kokicha in a green category because herbal is for like the really delicate flowers. It's for like your rose petals and your lavender and the lemongrass and some of the other lighter ones. I would go more for the greens because the greens take a little bit longer, can actually, you know, get the water a little bit hotter. So it's going to tell you what temperature to put the water. It's going to tell you how long to brew it for. And it's going to just put this like really cool timer that counts down. You can go meditate, you can go brush your teeth, you can go brush your hair, you can go let your dogs out, you know, whatever you want to do during that 5 minutes while this is brewing. So you're not sitting there staring at it going, come on, do stuff, do stuff, do stuff. So it helps. It gives you at least something, you know, something visual to look at while this is brewing. For me, usually what I would do is I would just go let the dogs out because I have 3 little dogs and 2 of them are usually really good about going potty. The other one, not so much. She has to go smell the grass and she has to go check spots that she's checked every time to see if anything has changed because nature is a marvel to her. And then she remembers she has to pee, but she only pees halfway. Only halfway, because then as she's running back to the house, she remembers, oh, I saved some for later. And then she decides to finish. Every time. Every time. She's now almost 6. She's done this since the day she was born. Bless her heart. All right, so this is just about ready. Another thing that I added into this is I did put some lemon oil in here. And I did that just to liven up the flavor a little bit because one thing I've noticed is the slippery elm and some of the other herbs kind of remind me of that hospital lotion smell. And I'm not about that life. I don't want you smelling like you've been in a hospital when you're drinking tea. So I want you to enjoy it. Tea is for everyone, and tea is to be enjoyed. Tea is to be shared. It should be an enjoyable experience, not something that gives you flashbacks of trauma. So we want to make it smell better. That's why we put the lemon in there. Plus lemon, properties of lemon, you're looking at something that helps cut and clear energy. So when you're trying to like renew and boost your mood, lemon does all of those things. So lemon is also really good for a mood lifter. So I'm telling you right now, this is the witch please. Before next week, you're going to want to have some, because astrologically all hell is breaking loose next week. It's like the culmination, you know, that every movie has like this final battle scene. And in this final battle scene, it's like, oh my God, the things that could possibly happen are going to happen. We're in 2020. We've had that all year long. So you want to think, oh my gosh, how much worse could it possibly get? And then I probably have people wanting to smack me for just saying that right now. So yeah, as far as shipping goes, if you let me know that you want some, just like message me or whatever, we can do either like Square, or we can do like meet somewhere and I can, you know, hand off, that kind of thing. You can go buy straight at the website, which is tflint.com. If you're within like Genesee County, I have no problem meeting you like downtown or whatever, and we can just do a handoff kind of thing. Cause yeah. Thoughts and prayers for y'all next week. That's all I gotta say. When Leanne, our astrologer, told me that basically it's like Mad Max meets the Thunderdome next week, it makes sense, because we're, you know, towards the end of 2020, where we had murder hornets and zombie minxes and every other possible lunacy we could imagine. It just makes sense that it would go out with a bang. A few of them. So yeah, that's about all I've got for tonight. I just wanted to come and show you my cute little itty bitty little teapot. This was actually like under $10 on Amazon. So I kind of love it. I was wanting to come on at least once a week to talk about a tea, to talk about a different tea infuser. One thing I noticed is a majority of the questions I got from people who have purchased tea is what to put it in or how to brew it, because they were used to tea bags. And one of the things I will say, and I will continue to say, loose leaf is better for you. Why is loose leaf better? It is better because you're getting the whole leaf versus getting crumbs. And I'll use the same analogy that I used before. If you have a bag of potato chips and somebody just decided to be a shit and scrunch up all the potato chips to where all you have is crumbs. I mean, yes, you still have the potato chip, but it's kind of like, really? Crumbs? Most of the time that's what people throw out. Well, that's what you're getting thrown in those tea bags, is the stuff that people normally throw out. When you're going with loose leaf, you're going with more of the whole plant. So you're having more of an opportunity to get all those oils so they haven't broken down. So you're getting the good stuff into your body, the stuff that's supposed to be in there to help you heal, to help alkaline your body and put your body into more of an alkaline state versus an acidic state. When your body is in an acidic state, that is what brings on disease, brings on illness, brings on viruses, brings on bacteria. So you want to put yourself, you know, in the chemistry thing, put it more towards the alkaline state, because that's where you have the opportunity to heal. And there's a number of possibilities, there's a number of ways that you can heal just by drinking alkaline water or drinking tea. Tea is naturally alkaline. It's the easiest thing you could possibly do to do something better for your body. I mean, it's like the easiest thing you can do. Just drink a glass of tea. Not any crazy pill, not any crazy pyramid schemes you get on where, you know, you bring on this person and bring on this person. There's nothing, there's no insanity. It's just, hey, drink a little bit of tea and you'll feel better. And trust me, you will. You absolutely will. So, have yourself a great rest of your evening. Be safe, make good choices, be good to each other, and of course, drink more tea. website is wide open for you at witchesteaflint.com. I hope to have an order from you soon because I love giving tea to people. I love it. Have a great one.